Roll. Good. Okay. Alright. Be right back. More water. More water. More water. What's this? Jeez, I need to make sure I don't sit like a fucking idiot. Let's see. A few seconds on the ad break. Is this? Oh, my glasses are so freaking dirty. Why are they so dirty? Because I didn't smell them. Alright, ad break should be done. Everything should be rolling. Not canceled on Twitch yet. Okay, yeah, so let's get to it. Wow, 9 exits. It feels so good that I beat 2 levels yesterday. Now we get to spend probably the whole stream in this one. At least I made some progress, but I was pretty tapped out by the time I got here yesterday, so see how it goes. I mean, at least I saw pretty much everything up to the checkpoint. But that last obstacle again looks a bit rough. What's new in this hack though? Yeah, this intro, like 2 screens, kind of sucks on this one. Once I get past that, like it's tight swimming, but it's not as much bullshit until I get to the checkpoint. next obstacle is gonna be rough. Alright. Just get comfy, settle in for the grind. Oops. I really do need to be better at my posture. I keep finding myself hunching over too much. Oops. I really need to, like, have my monitors up higher or something. Oh, this guy's not lined up at all. Piss. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm not sure why that didn't line up. Happens sometimes. Need to just be more patient when that happens. Oops. Let's see how long I can go with this stream travel before someone reports it. That's such a terrible idea, but it is accurate. And now we'll have spent 2 streams playing the bathtub level. Oh, that thwomp was gone. God damn it. I didn't swim enough. Wonder how I managed to despawn it. I guess... I don't know, does it have something to do with how I killed the bullet bill? I don't know, it's just weird. Good old SMW. Oops. Ugh. Yeah, I need to try to remember to drink more water during the stream. I guess yesterday I was actually good about it, but I should have gotten more water actually during the stream. Yesterday was so bad, it was so dry, and it's still kind of dry, but at least it warmed up. But I gotta be better about that when the weather gets really dry. I'm still not like used to that. I like don't notice I get so dehydrated sometimes. Alright, this one... Yeah, okay, not this cycle, I have to go... that cycle. Yeah. Oh, damn it. Slightly too soon. Yeah, for some of these later ones, I just gotta work out a little bit better the timing for them, but they're straightforward, they're just tight. Whoops. Damn it. Really? Come on, man. I'm getting hecked by the corners. Gotta be a little more patient. Careful about it. The munchers are in fact square, despite all appearances. Come on, give me down swings. Oh, too much over. Oh man, why am I so sleepy already? Because this day went by kind of fast. Busy doing stuff most of the day. So now it's actually time to chill out. Oh, come on. Man, I'm really sucking at this first two screens. Intro sequence. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do regular swim. Ah, I got kind of stuck doing it down. Man, I'm really sucking at the start of this. How's it going, BK? Banned from Twitch and Polite Society. Yeah. Hope we're doing well. God, culture is so terrible. But if it was Dram's bathtub, you would spend 2 streams in it, right? You know, thinking about it, there's got to be somebody out there that watches streams while they're taking a bath. Yo, Thwomp despawn. I don't know how the fuck I do this sometimes. I shouldn't have swam there. I wasn't gonna make that anyways. Yeah, I need to wait, but that's the right way. I guess if you're like really fast, you could do that in 1 cycle. Yeah, is it something with how you kill the bullet bill? Makes that Thwomp not spawn? Yeah, you probably could go in 1 cycle there. Oh wait. Dude, I need to pay attention to the fish. Fucking hell. Yo, 3 times. Oops. Wait. Wait. And where was the safe spot here? Dude, this part's kind of like fucked up. Because I somehow just kind of did it before. Alright, this is the part of the checkpoint. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm too slow anyways. Yeah, that's the part I still have to figure out. Hopefully there's no, like, fucking Kaizo blocks or anything. It's just kind of a rude way to end this section. excuse me. And why is it? I like haven't sneezed like all day and then fucking 10 minutes into stream or whatever. Suddenly I have to sneeze. Alright, wait. Ooh, that was not lined up nicely. What the hell? Oh, come on. 6 swims. I don't know, I guess if you just kill the bullet like that, pretty easy to make that thwomp not spawn. So I guess that's convenient. It's not that hard of an obstacle, so it's not really a big deal, but I guess it's kind of free to do that, so might as well try. Yeah, I thought that's what I remembered. Okay. I did remember that right from seeing somebody play this. There's a fucking Kaiser block blocking the way. Not even to just like slow you down and make you go, oh haha idiot. Actually fucking in the way. So you have to avoid it. Alright. Oops. That sucks, you gotta do that under pressure from the thwomp too. You ain't gonna have a lot of time. I had time. Okay. Just had to believe. Damn it. Also, I like how there's a pipe above the swamp just before the checkpoint. I'm sure that goes somewhere really lovely. I'll just see when I get the checkpoint if I can backtrack or not. Might not be able to. But I wouldn't try that hard to get to that pipe. Right, this is not a secret exit. Occasionally, maybe not even occasionally, it's really not that hard to move in just a slightly weird way that makes shit spawn such that it doesn't really line up that well. But I guess that's how it be with old hacks. Oh, finally the thwomp spawned. I must have went too far to the... Must have went too far to the right. Man, I despawn that thwomp so many times in a row though. It's kind of ridiculous. It's really not that hard to do, I guess. Alright, just wait. Oh, this sucks. Okay, no, this is fine. Oh, I could have gone then. Oops. Oh, I wonder if it's because the Chuck is still alive too sometimes. Oh. Yeah, I'm not still sure the best timing to go for this fish. I've been kind of YOLOing it, having mixed results. I need to just find it. What is the good time to go for it? I should just try to go for the one cycle. It's fine. How's it going, Flips? Meowly. Oh, that's not where I'm gonna go. Again, I went too early. I need to just wait there longer. Hope you're doing well, Flips. God damn it. I'm gonna keep thinking about that. Wait. Like how easy it is to despawn the swamp though, or keep him from spawning, I guess. And I was a little late. Just take it slow. I fucking missed the input, what the hell? But yeah, okay, so after the one where they both hit the left, the next pass after that's the good one. Excuse me. Voice is dying a bit, what the hell? Oh, I'm not gonna make that. I should have did it on swim. Dang. So spooky going into the swim. Oops. I gotta remember to drink more water. Remember to stay hydrated, chat. Oh, too soon. Stubborn Mario's nose and feet on every single muncher corner in this level. Oh, didn't get that. this fun. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, fucking went too soon. Yeah, I guess just like that. Remember to hold. Just remember to hug the left. Maybe before there's fucking another Kaiser block or something. Oh, Thwomp spawned. Damn. I guess I could go on that even, but this one's like the super free. Oh, come on. Damn it. So you fell down a fun rabbit hole earlier. Nice. Pray tell. Oh, whoops. Aw. Must have went too far right again. Still don't get how I'm able to despawn that one sometimes. Oh, the big wall of text. Hang on, let me die on this first. Gotta make sure I don't miss a good cycle. Oh, too slow on that, really. Should've waited. Back in 2014, there was this woman who started a petition to get Subway to remove a specific chemical from their bread. It got enough attention that they actually capitulated. The chemical in question, she said, was used to make yoga mats. So eating the bread is the same as eating yoga mats. I mean... Subway sandwich bread is kind of bad, so I'm not that surprised, I guess. You've known about this for years. I thought about it again today. So you're telling me I don't even have to go to Subway. I can just eat the yoga mat that I have under my futon right now. And get the same experience. No. I should have waited. It's too risky. I'm like, why yoga mats? Where did she get that line from? Because this is not a particularly literate person. It's like so specific. She had to have gotten that from somewhere. Yeah, that is like a very strange thing. Fortunately, I do not have the packaging from my yoga mat, so I cannot look at what materials it is made out of. Yeah, there's no sticker on the back. Yeah, because I bought a yoga mat somewhat recently, so I'd have something to do exercises on since I have hardwood floors here. Kinda don't want to do. I mean, I guess push-ups would be okay, but you kind of don't want to do sit-ups and things like that on the hardwood floor. It's not the most comfortable. Chemical she was complaining about is azodicarbonamide. Azodicarbonamide. God, chemistry names are so fucking ridiculous sometimes. Though it doesn't help that I've not been in a chemistry class for like fucking shit dog. How many years? Too many. When the hell was the last chemistry class I took? More than 10 years ago. Azodicarbonamide. Pretty specific. Why would that be in bread? Granted, like I said, I know Subway's foods have had a reputation for a long time, although maybe that's where that came from. But like, who was talking? Somebody brought up Subway the other day, like I was just talking to, and they're like, oh yeah, Subway's breads like can't even be classified as breads or something. How much shit is in them? Oh, why did I go? I should have waited. Jeez, I've also not had a Subway sandwich in a very long time. Or that's what it was. I was at my parents' and they were watching the game because the Bears were going to be on. And I was laughing because there was a Subway commercial for, what was it, $6, 6" or something. And I very clearly, I mean, I know people joke about stuff. They used to have the $5 foot long. It's like, ugh. Couldn't pay me to go to the Subway, I think. I'd have to be like literally starving. So, it's used in baking and decomposes in the oven to form biurea, which is stable at the temperature of an oven. Biurea is a mild oxidizer and improving agent to make the bread more elastic. So it turns into pee. No. But yeah, I'm not surprised it's something like that, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of weird shit that goes into the bread. Industrial cheap scale bread. Biurea is totally non-toxic to people and it's fully excreted. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is why we have the FDA and things like that. Well, maybe had. So that, you know, they would look at an ingredient like that and go, is this something humans should be eating? Because before that, we had things like lead sausages, apparently. I need to be patient here. I keep wanting to go too fast. It's like, where did you get the yoga mat thing from? Yeah, that is like a very like tangential thing. Oops. The petition. Oh yeah, so yeah, it wasn't also this petition. They actually capitulated. So they actually did stop adding it. That's funny. I guess it wasn't worth all the publicity or something. 2014. Oh yeah, even by 2014 I probably hadn't eaten a Subway sandwich in several years. The only time I really ate Subway sandwiches, I mean, I guess a few times like younger, but when I was going to a community college, and also especially when I was working part-time for one semester, I had to like find places to eat lunch and there just wasn't much stuff around, so like you know, Subway's $5 footlongs or whatever. Oh wait, I fucking missed my cycle, whoops. Kind of a good deal when you're a broke ass fucking college student, but like that's pretty much the only time I think I've eaten them in a long time. Keep triggering the second one. Too early. I should have just waited. ACDA is used in the production of foamed plastics. They put it in the plastic and treat it with extreme heat to make it decompose fully into CO2, nitrogen, and ammonia gases. It's not actually related at all to the plastic. It's put in the plastic as a sort of gas that degrades to form pockets of air in the plastic. Yeah, so that's what helps probably make it like spongy and flexible and stuff. Yeah. So like, wait, what? So I guess it probably is listed then as an ingredient, but it's something that's like probably only present in trace amounts by the time you actually make the yoga mat or finish the yoga mat. That's so fucking weird. Then with PVC to make foam mats. Yeah. This is like the same kind of shit as people who there's a compound that has like aluminum or something in it, but even though it's like totally biosafe, they still go, oh, can't have that in your vaccine. Or I think also there was a mercury compound or something. I think there's a few others that are like that. Like, yeah, if it was that like compound as it was, yeah, it's toxic. But when that element, but when it's in a compound or something, it's like completely safe. And yeah, people don't fucking know how chemistry works because they drop out of high school or something. I don't know. So stupid shit like this happen. But the fact that she read all this information, she wasn't literate enough to realize this does not mean eating Subway bread is eating plastic. Yeah. Yeah, so it was the ACDA, is that even a plastic? Azodicarbonamide. Azoamide, yeah, it's not even, yeah, it's just some compound. There used to be a mercury compound used to stabilize vaccines, and when people bitched about, they also replaced it in the vaccines. Yeah, I remember that's what happened. There's maybe almost all of them are replaced now. Maybe there's a couple that might, but it's pretty rare to have the mercury still. So then answer my question, where did she get the fucking yoga mat clean from? Yeah. Oh, God. Some people... She must have really fucking hated Subway, goddamn. That's all I can say. The lamp was there? No. Sometimes it makes a funny boop noise. Yes, that is true, but it had to come from somewhere. Hang on. Go do this. She doesn't have the critical thinking skills to draw that conclusion. Yeah. Damn it, I don't want to go up here. I'm just gonna hang out here. Trigger the boy. Oh, let's fucking go. We're in. Man, this is a rude. This is so fucking rude. There's a Kaiser block right fucking here. Like, fuck's sake, Ping. Eventually I found a page from an independent chemical vendor that no longer exists. I looked at an internet archive snapshot of it from before February 2014. Yeah, I'm seeing how this is becoming quite a rabbit hole. Alright, I just want to see. This doesn't fucking go anywhere, right? Yeah. Just the usual thing. At least this one you can just check. I sincerely hope nobody ever tried to go in the pipe before getting the checkpoint. Thermal decomposition of azodicarbonamide results in the evolution of nitrogen, carbon monoxide, and ammonia gas, which are trapped in the polymers from the article. It's widely used in the production of these things and other things like window and door gaskets, padded floor mats, gym exercise mats, or shoe soles. And that's it. Oh, wow. Some people. I mean, to be fair, I would rather eat bread that did not contain those things. But, like, yeah, I think people don't realize for like industrial cooking, how much shit goes into a lot of food, and most of it is okay. Occasionally there's some things that, yeah, maybe it's better not there, but there are some strange things. Like, it still fucking blows my mind. Well, I shouldn't say blows. It's still funny to me, like, pre-shredded cheese, so like grated, yeah, like pre-shredded and grated cheese, like Parmesan, just has fucking cellulose in it, so it doesn't stick together and remelt. You're just fucking eating bits of wood when you use those. Like, yeah. Not sure about that. I guess it's okay. Could be worse. Yes, he read that paragraph, shared that paragraph, and her takeaway was that bread has plastic in it, despite the fact that in bread, decomposes into a totally harmless, non-toxic oxidizer. Yeah. Yeah. I almost went up there again. Okay, so we gotta get this thing. So this is gonna be all item swim then? Okay, so I guess we gotta hang out there. Oh, is this the part from the Eldad clip? I guess? No, you have to be up here for it. Yeah, this is the part from the clip. I used to wonder if this is a grift or if her brain just simply chose the word that she knew the meaning of when reading the paragraph. I'd say it's probably like, probably not quite to the level of a grift. Probably she just fucking has an agenda or is just weird about things. It's probably mostly just like, yeah, doesn't understand how things work. I mean, that being said, like, it still would be good to know, like, if there's a study or something, you know, FDA approval that, like, oh yeah, this is, you know, perfectly fine to use for eating. Like, that would still be nice to see, but, like, yeah, there's a reason that this shit is regulated already. Context ran a blog for years, and this was the entire kind of, okay, never mind, she's grifting then. If she's making a blog about it, it's totally a grift. That, or she has like just a fucking insane agenda against them, and just literally cannot do anything else except rail against Subway. Here's the thing: it's classified as generally safe for consumption and allowed in quantities below 45 ppm. Yeah, that's, I figured there's probably something like that stating it, or like, I'm sure if it's used at an industrial scale, somebody has probably figured this out. How do I guess I have time. Just chill it out. There's studies that factory workers who produce it industrially have had respiratory issues. Yeah, produce it though. That I'm not surprised about. Oh, okay, so you can't go up there. I mean, is there something produced industrially that is good for you to consume in large quantities accidentally? It might not give you cancer, but I doubt there's many things you would want to be actively ingesting into your body on a daily basis in large quantities. That wasn't normal food stuff. Yeah, you are inhaling fucking raw flour. Yeah. People, tens of billions of dust particles decompose in the big front. Yeah. Yeah, this is... yeah. Ooh, how do I... do this guy? Do I? Can I do like kind of throw thingies? Because I can't just like YOLO that. Dude, what is this fish? You should use that to say people eating the bread are going to develop respiratory issues. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you were like breathing baked bread crumbs regularly, you'd probably get respiratory issues from that. But like, okay, I mean, I definitely would not want to grind Subway bread into powder and snort it. That would, I'm pretty sure, fuck you up pretty badly. But I mean, if you're eating it, I mean, not respiratory, it might fuck some other things up, but... Oh, God. Oh, damn it. Still not sure how I'm gonna do this. Maybe do something like that. A little bit faster and throw it like right away. She made a big deal about it being banned in Europe. What actually happened is Europe prohibits its use in plastic. It will come into contact with food. Not actually banned food, because then trace amounts of ammonia might suddenly turn the plastic into the bread. Huh. Interesting. I was gonna say Subway operates in Europe, don't they? That being said, I know Europe does have different food requirement guidelines and stuff, but yeah. What was that? God, I just habitually tried to overhand two-finger mash. God. Europe has the opposite problem as US, where they overzealously ban anything before they're even sure it's actually hazardous. Yeah, which, I mean, probably that's better, because I really don't appreciate the US model of it's fine until somebody fucking dies from it. That's not always a great approach to take for fucking everything. Yeah, good in some ways, bad in others. Like, I've probably mentioned this before, but thinking about it more because like when I walked downtown to go to like a bookstore and stuff, I walked past it. There's a bronze statue of a girl, and a plaque there honoring the radium girls, like the girls that used to work in the radium dial plant 100 years ago here and all got horrible cancers and bone skeletal collapse from it. And yeah, kind of don't want those sort of things happening, you know? But I also find it really funny that people don't really get how most modern medicine works, and that literally everything is just educated. Like, maybe it's educated, but trial and error. Like, oh, how do we know if this medicine works? Well, we just tried it on 1,000 people and saw what happened. It's literally how all that works. But at least there, it's, you know, a controlled environment, so it's better. Fucking kicker is that there is 100% valid reason to be concerned about ADC and food. Hmm. Man, I don't know if this is the right way to approach this. This feels so weird. Because a product of further thermal decomposition of biurea is urethane, unrelated to polyurethane. Urethane is actually carcinogenic. So even though biurea is stable at oven temperatures, a trace amount of it will further decompose into urethane. That's, yeah, not good. Maybe an issue if you eat the bread every day for your entire life, yeah. Okay, I need to like, I don't know, can I do like an up throw or something? I don't get what I'm supposed to do here. Pass this fish. So she could have said that. Instead she said the bread is yoga mat. Yeah. Yeah. Man, it's making me hungry though, Flips, because my yoga mat is like a minty green color with like some white swirls in it. So it makes me, and then when I roll it up, you know, it's got the black bottom. So it makes me think of like a big mint chocolate Swiss cake roll kind of thing. And I'm thinking about eating my yoga mat. Thanks. It'll taste like good minty chocolate, won't it? Because yeah, you can't just throw it there. You gotta be up higher. Other incredible takes from this woman is that airplanes pump air from directly outside the plane into the cabin, which is a bad thing to her. The airlines save on money by mixing the air they pump in with upwards of 50% nitrogen. Meanwhile, they reserve the 100% pure oxygen for the pilot's cabin. What? Yeah, this is the person who does not understand how the world works at all. God, we fucking wish airlines fucking pumped in air from the outside and properly circulated shit. And then yeah, 50% nitrogen. That yeah, or maybe I'm trying to. Maybe it's when it's, or is it when it's they're on the ground that they don't do that or something? There's something about that they don't do the ventilation always the best way to prevent airborne diseases. Like there's ways they could filter or utilize the airflow better, but I don't remember which it was. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they don't carry air tanks, but like, recirculating the air versus putting in outside air. Yeah, that can. Can you imagine having? Flips? Can you imagine having a pressurized cylinder of oxygen on an airplane? That surely that would be in everyone's best interests. To have a literal fucking bomb on every plane. Well, okay, I guess by hand you might not be able to poke a hole into it. I guess you could damage the regulator. But like, God, I mean, I guess they do have something for like the emergency air. Or actually, I don't know. Do the emergency masks have pure oxygen, or is it a mix? But, I mean, those are pretty low flow, so... Direct quote from our article. When your body is in the air at a seriously high altitude, your body undergoes some serious pressure. Just think about it. Airplanes thrive in places we don't. You're traveling in a pressurized cabin, and when your body is pressurized, it gets really compressed. What is this person smoking? Oh my god. So you know air pressure increases the higher you go up. Yeah. Totally. That's why planes fly up there, because they float better on the compressed air. Man, I need to like just watch this fucking fish for a bit. I really don't get how I'm supposed to do this yet. Meanwhile, in reality, cabin pressure is actually slightly lower than air pressure at sea level. I didn't know that. But yeah, I mean, I had no idea how much it was pressurized, despite how many times I've flown. It's not like they tell you when you're on the plane. Sure, means your body will be decompressed. Okay, so the fish goes 3 munchers from the top over. Okay, so I probably should try to wait longer. Keep going too soon. Yeah, because I keep doing too much of a downswim. What is this? But yeah, how do these people come about the things? Do they like just only go off of like Hollywood movie physics or something? She also got mad about a chemical in Corona beer which he claimed was an airplane de-icing fluid. Without saying what the chemical was, she later said in an interview, fucking InfoWars, that it was propylene glycol, which is not in there. Propylene glycol. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that like a food or gel additive or something? Likely it contains propylene glycol alginate. Oh, probably like a preservative or something. Dude, I don't remember any fucking chemistry. It's the ester of a molecule derived from kelp. Propylene glycol is an antifreeze. Oh, antifreeze. Must be thinking something similar. Oh, emulsifier. Huh. Reading comprehension issue. Yep. Because two things with similar names are clearly the same thing. Right? Even though chemistry is probably like the biggest fucking example of that being wrong, because just small tweaks to a molecule can completely change what it does. Slight tangent. So is deuterated water... Oh, fuck. Safe to drink? Probably not. Took a sip of it once. And I hope so. It's probably not the worst thing. I cannot fucking line this up. Shit. No one's ever died from drinking it. Okay. I was gonna say, I don't think it's probably that hazardous. I mean, I guess maybe if you like only consumed that as your source of water, maybe then it causes some problem. Just because it would have like different reactivity with stuff. I assume. I'm actually not sure. Dude, this fucking fish. Theory you might die if you drink so much that it replaces most of the water in your body. Since it's physically heavier, your heart will struggle to pump your blood. Yeah, right. It is heavier. That do be true. No properties are determined by electrons. Yeah, that's true. I just wasn't sure, so it's only one electron system that would matter in that case or not. I mean, would it change the... Does it change the binding energy, electron affinity? I don't know what the right term for chemistry is of the electron. I mean, I'm thinking too much from a physics perspective, but I don't really know. I don't know radio physics, atomic. What would you call it? Consider that. Oh, that might have worked. Main notice kinetic effects its changes in reaction speed, which may affect specifically when it's a battle team. Yeah, that's kind of mainly what I was thinking. Well, I guess it's a neutral one, so I don't know. How much does that affect the electron? Not that much, probably. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it makes sense it wouldn't really do too much. It should do something though, but yeah. Any neutron count shouldn't have any effect on the electron orbitals. Yeah, but there's contributions from the nuclear properties, but those are, higher order things. Like there's like the spin interaction and shit. There's another potential. I don't fucking remember my quantum mechanics. But yeah, those would be smaller perturbations. And like I said, maybe it would matter a bit for hydrogen, but probably nothing else, no other element would really get affected that much, because it would start to be just a tiny change to the mass. Things like, oh, let's go. Alright, do I pull the LDAD here? I think I should just... Ooh, that's kind of a gross thing. Okay. The physical chemists remember quantum mechanics after undergraduate. Yeah, I just remember when we first learning that stuff in quantum, and probably it also came up in solid state physics, and you write the Hamiltonian the first time and it's like, oh yeah, there's all these other terms that are like the spin interaction and other things like that, and like the nuclear moment or whatever, and it's like, well, we kind of just ignore those. But they technically are there and matter for some things. But yeah, it would be just like a perturbation on stuff. Probably wouldn't affect it too dramatically. Ugh. Yo, how's it going, Pigeon? Pigeon, do you remember how to write the Hamiltonian for the hydrogen atom? Thanks for the ride. I hope you're having a good backwards stream. Thanks for the good luck water. The air that is pumped in isn't pure oxygen either. It's mixed with nitrogen. Something a greater amount of oxygen costs money in terms of fuel. Our airlines noticed. God, who is this person? Hydrogen may affect time and dose of medication. Makes you get bloated and cause your ankles and joints swell. Where are they getting this bullshit from? Her name is the Food Babe. Oh boy. So Pigeon, if you used deuterated hydrogen instead of regular hydrogen, would that significantly change the electronic properties of the lone electron? Or do you think it'd probably just be like a slight perturbation to it, but I don't fucking remember enough about that. That is just kind of shit posting questions of it. You're big on Facebook 10 years ago. Oh boy. Telling them no as a chemist, they're saying yes as a physicist. But it's more like a technical thing. Pigeon. When is Switch getting LaTeX formatting? I mean, I do wear glasses. This is how you cope with the trauma of taking STEM classes, I think. Your fucking stupid conversations like this. Can't believe you talks like that. Man, this is weird to get lined up. Choose a seat as close to the front as possible. Pilots control the amount of airflow, and it's always better in their cabin. Dude, she's just like pulling the shit out of her ass. Like... So I'm trying to remember, can I even make sense of this formatting like this? Yeah, you have the electron charge. Epsilon 9. Oh, is that Epsilon 9? Which permittivity is that? Come on. Yeah, there's a reduced mass in there. So that would probably be the biggest thing. Anyways, did you know certain countries require that airplanes and even passengers be sprayed with pesticides? What the fuck is this, Flips? Before they take off. This means if you're visiting one of these countries, you're breathing in these fumes potentially all flight, especially if they were sprayed on board. Horrific. What the fuck? Even going to a country where malaria is really big and getting mad and receiving free pesticide. God. Just to get a little low crop dusting before you get on the plane. Makes the corn grow big and strong. Man, it's so awkward to line up. Ask your acupuncturist or neuropath for herbs that can help prevent you from contracting colds, flus, and other viruses through the recycled air. I mean, they're right, that can happen with recycled air if it's not properly treated or filtered, but not sure what an acupuncturist is going to have to do about it. I mean, as far as herbs go, I don't know. Maybe there's an herb that you could like plug up your nose and mouth with that would act as a what do you call something that kills a virus? Like not like an insecticide or a pesticide, but like is there a word for that? That would denature viruses, but like yeah, I don't see that being very likely. If you experience a headache, pains, or aches, think about using turmeric, garlic, or willow bark, which are all natural alternatives to aspirin. I mean, I'm not going to turn down garlic or turmeric, but don't know if they're going to help much with headache, pains, or aches. Heard one of these brain rot tidbits. You should look up something real and cool, like how GPS harbingers account for both time dilation and length contraction because of the square satellites are not fast going. Yeah, that's always wild, BK. like the only selling point when you learn that about Einstein's special relativity in class, and I guess even when they mention general, like, oh yeah, this like actually is used. Yeah, special and general, yeah. Answer your question, no, it won't change much. Basically just use reduced mass to the two masses. Rewrite the Schrodinger equations of 1d1 again with an effective potential. The spin is low, the difference between the effective potential and the hydrogen one is small. Perturbation, yeah, okay. That's kind of what I figured. It's mostly just going to be because the mass is a little bit different. I wouldn't even be surprised if that was like a question in undergrad. Well, yeah, I guess you could do this in undergrad. Like assuming the solution for the hydrogen equation, how would changing it to, or how would adding a neutron affect things? Yeah. Willow bark being a painkiller is an extremely prevalent myth, by the way. I can't even fully blame her for that one. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that kind of stuff flips. But there are some things that are true, but yeah, it's hard to know because a lot of that stuff is not systematically tested, or it's not really practical to test it because the effect is small. It very well could be an undergrad QM question on a file or something. I am just getting bodied by this fucking fish. I got shit on this guy. I wonder why it became known as a painkiller. It's always strange. Because like I know there's a lot of herbs and stuff that used to get used for medicinal stuff. Yeah. And like some of it can have some effect. And like that's how a lot of drugs are discovered. But it's always funny to also hear all these things that like it doesn't really do anything. So how did it get used so much if it doesn't do anything? Or is it just a good placebo? Basically, salicylic acid is derived from willow bark but doesn't have painkilling properties. Salicylic acid was synthesized from the late 1800s, which is aspirin. Ah, well, there you go. Oops. So she's saying willow bark is a natural alternative to aspirin, even though aspirin is just willow bark extract that's been reacted with acetic anhydride. Yeah. But flips, it was exposed to chemicals. Can't be using chemicals. You're bad. Whatever will we do to prevent chemicals from going into people's bodies? No, that would have worked. Then I fucking didn't swim. Mix your acetic acid and anhydride with water and drink it to prove a point. Just nice and vinegary. Then you throw it because it's just vinegary, yeah. Yeah, because all anhydride means is just as much water as possible has been removed, right? It's become... Yeah, I guess it probably becomes solid. Acetic acid. Oh, it doesn't? Okay. Yeah, it's always weird. Some acids become solid at some point. To take out enough water, but some you can't. Like I remember learning about citric acid is solid if it's not mixed. One time near Saturn, Voyagers 2 started sending garbage Earth, so JPL got a full RAM readout, found one flipped bit, reproduced the symptoms on Earth, and rebooted it to flip the bit back. So they're happening again in interstellar space. Yeah, I remember hearing some of the crazy stuff like that they did to keep Voyager going. It's insane. You know, Jupiter is extremely radioactive. I did not know that. Yeah, emphasis on the general relativity thinks that the speed of the satellite isn't all that matter for GPS. The difference in gravity between the surface and the satellite would cause them to be off by somewhere around 50 microseconds per day. Interesting. Also an undergrad test problem. For general relativity? Oh, you mean that kind of radioactive magnetic field is very intense. Spinning metallic hydrogen core. Alright, we're in. Alright. Well, I was gonna say, did Panga patch that? I guess he did. I just wanted to see once. Alright. Yeah, I can be farther over when I throw it. Oh, I accidentally got a down input. Oops. There's a lab that claimed once they produced metallic hydrogen, then they dropped it on the floor and said they lost it. Couldn't find it. Whoops. Lamau. Typical GR questions. Compute the geodesic equations for this dumb metric. Calculate precession of Mercury's orbit. Calculate error from not accounting for GR with GPS. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, because right. Mercury's orbit was one of the first things it was used, and then it used or what was it? Yeah, the theory was used for, and then is the fucking solar lensing or whatever was I think the other thing. And then yeah, now it keeps all of our 15 billion fucking satellites. Well, I shouldn't say 15 billion. Keeps many satellites. Ooh, I have to not hit that guy? Oh, what the fuck is this bang? Keeps many satellites in orbit. Shoutouts to there being like a billion fucking Starlink satellites. People bitching about it. Because it's basically ruining astronomy from Earth. There's so fucking many. Yeah, lensing light around the sun. Mercury is basically what Einstein used to convince himself he was on the right track. Yeah. Look at the structure of acetic anhydride. It's basically two separate acetic acids joined together. There's a rapid hydrolysis molecule from two members of acetic acid. Ah, okay, I see. I understand. I'll say I don't remember what acetic acid looked like. The formula, I mean. Yeah, my chemistry is rather rusty. Ethanoyl ethanolate. So it's not just dehydrated vinegar, it's a separate, very angry chemical. Yeah. I mean, noted athlete Kyrie Irving, salary is 35 million per year, thinks the earth is flat. Wow. Yeah, it's always funny to hear that that's like still a thing, the flat earthers. Chemistry is non-existent. Yeah. I remember taking chemistry classes. I don't really remember much from them. It's too long ago now. I mean, I fucking technically got a minor in chemistry in undergrad. But I don't fucking remember shit. Doesn't help too, though, that the chemistry classes that I mostly enjoyed were at my community college. And then the university I went to, the chemistry departments, they were just all like, I shouldn't say all, the teachers I had were not good. They were rather not pleasant about it. I took a biochemistry course at university. I think, yeah, that was probably the last chemistry class I took. And the content was like so interesting, but the teacher was the biggest fucking smug asshole because the point of his class was basically to filter out all the lazy pre-med students. So every test was just like fucking 100-something multiple choice questions you had to just memorize shit for. It was so bullshit. So yeah, that kind of killed what little interest I might have had for chemistry. Doing that, and then yeah, I don't know. I had mixed things about analytical chemistry, or no, not analytical. It was quantitative. What the hell was it? Was it analytical chemistry? Because the teacher kind of sucked, but like the skills were practical, so it ended up being kind of useful. But the class was just miserable. Lazy pre-med students mention. No pigeon. It's like the electronic effects of extra neutrons in the nucleus. It's there. Made up most of your class. Yeah. Analyte is chill quantitative analysis, aka analyte. Yeah, maybe it was quantitative analysis. I don't remember, but I remember that was like the point of the class was to know how to do error propagation and write out a lab notebook accurate, like properly. Yeah, do your error propagation and estimates, stuff like that. Which, like I said, those actually ended up being kind of useful skills, but the class itself wasn't good, mostly because of the teacher. I think she was really bad at teaching. Just wasn't invested in it at all. Chi-squared test. How to take very precise measurements and calculate statistical significance. Yeah. Last hard science class I passed public school. Since my college, I could no longer be bothered to exert myself in areas I wasn't interested in. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, those last two chemistry classes kind of killed what enthusiasm I might have had for chemistry, but I still enjoyed the physics classes I took, even if I have pretty much forgotten everything by this point. But I had mostly pretty chill and good teachers for a lot of the physics classes, so there's only maybe one or two that were kind of just like not very into it. So it makes a big difference. Made it further than you, BK. I already couldn't be bothered in high school. Yeah. Yeah, it's just all been downhill since undergraduate for me. I had a lot of motivation and energy to try, and then oops. And then just kind of it's gone away. As I've realized more and more about the world. That being said, I was exerting myself today because trying to apply for some simple remote work I can do from home to make a little bit of money. So I'm trying to sign up for a transcriptioning website. That's been interesting. I haven't done that kind of thing before, but I did do a bit of journal editing briefly a few years back. But this seems a bit more chill, but then you have to pay more attention in the moment. High school was the beginning of the end for me, but I half-assed your way through since it was easier. Yeah, high school was weird. I kind of didn't care that much early on. Then at some point I realized, oh, I'm like kind of okay at some things. And then I think like my junior, senior, I kind of started to try a bit. Because I realized, oh, like, yeah, I can do basic math okay. Science is kind of interesting. I don't have to fucking take more Spanish and English classes. Not that English is bad, but like... Okay, what the fuck do I do here? What the fuck is this obstacle? I guess... Oh, I guess I have to upthrow the block into the chuck and then re-grab the block? There's no other way. Right? Okay, something like that. But yeah, now these days I just... yeah. High school physics professor had it out for me and publicly threatened to fail you. Against school rules, by the way, but there was a policy where he passed the regents. I only passed the class. The regents was pissed easy that year and I passed it and got his ass. Nice. I think he might have told me that before. Now, I had like a super fucking cool high school physics teacher, and he's the one that kind of got me like interested to try and do sciencey stuff. He was a really cool guy. So shout outs to having actual good teachers for stuff. High school for you consisted of strange things like not writing any of the 5 essays we were to write on Paradise Lost, having my mom go to the teacher to get me a second chance to do them, and then me still not doing them. Surprised I actually graduated. Oof. Yeah. At least I guess I was never that bad off, but it was one of the things like, yeah, I just did the, I won't say bare minimum, but yeah, I didn't try that hard until I guess my senior year. Even that wasn't super hard, but it's like I just took it a bit more seriously. Like I said, for the stuff that interested me. And I remember that was something I also realized when I finally did go to uni. And it's like, I might not like spend the most time studying or trying the hardest on homework, but I like try to be consistent about it, because like it was weird seeing so many people when I was living in the dorms that like just would not do their homework, or they would just wait. Like my roommate was the chronic stay up until 1 a.m. the night before doing his fucking calc homework and shit when I'm trying to sleep instead of just taking an hour to do it, or a couple hours to do it just during the afternoon when you have when you have the whole afternoon to do your work. It's like, just fucking do it and get it out of the way. I'm realizing, yeah, a lot of people just don't, people just have different ways to do stuff, put it that way. And some are just not conducive to the academic environment, unfortunately. Ugh. The alternative between doing shit in class I didn't care about, my parents angrily lectured me about how bad grades would ruin my life, which led me into shape for a bit. Eventually decided to just forge report cards. Holy shit, BK. Yeah, I always did good enough that my parents, I don't think, ever really said anything to me. They're like, yeah, okay, you're doing okay. So, like, I don't even remember getting, like, particularly, like, rewarded for it or anything. But I definitely never got scolded for grades. But I always did, okay. So, yeah, I think they were happy with that much. And to be fair, I mean, just doing okay is enough to get through quite a lot. As long as you actually did the work, some amount. Not quite. Man, this fucking fish is bullshit, by the way. I just kind of suck at this. Class I was interested in, quotes because I wasn't really interested, didn't even apply to any unis in high school. Just got shit out of the way, I guess. Yeah, like, to be honest, like half of my high school most of my high school doing stuff was like, the sooner I get my homework and shit done out of the way, the more time I can spend playing video games. especially when World of Warcraft rolled around. Like, I don't have memories of doing homework in the evening. I just have memories of playing World of Warcraft every night. But I got my homework done somewhere, so that's all that mattered. I can calc my teacher put the week's homework on a calendar in the back of the room, did it all on Monday while ignoring his lecture, then listened to music for the rest of the week. Yeah, I mean, if you can do the work and you understand it, like, yeah, that should be fine, right? And you're not disrupting the class. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not good at moving here. Like in high school, I'm trying to remember. Maybe some of my classes had like a little bit of time at the end to start your homework. Or no, actually, now that I think about it, maybe not every year in high school, but I remember you could take a hour, like we had, I think 7 periods, and you could take one of them as like a study hall. And that's probably where I did like 90% of my homework. That wasn't like, I don't know, writing an essay or something, probably. Yeah. I don't remember. Maybe there was some like thing like you had some restrictions on if you could take it all the time. Because they didn't want too many people slacking off. I don't remember. But I think that was a thing. Ellipses in your high school had majors. Computer class except web design was interesting because I got to overachieve and show off. Oh, nice. Yeah, my high school didn't have anything really like that. Just some, AP courses or whatever, which I ended up not taking. I still remember, maybe it was my junior year or something like that. For some reason, one of my friends had the idea, oh, let's take some AP history class, which I guess to be fair, he did get into teaching history. But then like at the last minute he kind of bailed, but it was one of those classes you're supposed to like read a book over the summer and write an essay for the first day. Because I very clearly remember going in like, sorry, no, I'm going to drop this class in like the first day, and then getting a different history class, but it was with the same teacher. It was like the regular one. I think that was the extent of my trying to overachieve in high school. Hey, one of the few useful classes I took in high school was a typing class, computer typing class. If it weren't for that, I would fucking not be able to type on a keyboard faster than like 10 words a minute or something. I was so horrible at it before. And I remember, I think I did take a course on like fucking random Microsoft Word programs or something, because I remember a bunch of us just fucking around in PowerPoint making stupid shit. But I don't remember what the fuck the class actually was about. But I don't think my high school had much for computer stuff. Huge in computer networking class because I'd give the teachers leak pirated Windows XP betas. Incredible. Yeah, it really is a shame though, because if I'd have taken like a computer programming class a lot sooner, I probably would have liked it and would have probably considered going more in that direction. But my first year at uni, I think one of the possible requirements I could have taken for a physics degree, I think included a programming class, but I was taking a bunch of other stuff, and my counselor said, "Are you sure you want to take this programming class with these other ones also?" So I took some fucking random ass history class or some shit like that. And then I just didn't take a programming class until graduate school, and I had to take a quote interdisciplinary course, which actually was really fucking cool. It was a guy who did a lot of bioinformatics, so he taught a biology course. But it was like all computer programming based stuff, so that's how I learned some Python, which actually was useful. I didn't use it a bit. But yeah, it's a little bit late to really get into that then. Close I got to showing off was again in calc, where I ignored the lectures, listened to music, but occasionally someone would ask the teacher a question I wasn't able to answer, so he'd wave to me to get me to help. Bitch. God, I still remember being so terrified when I started taking calc, because I just took like the basic math classes in high school. And then it's like, well, kind of need to take calc at some point to get this degree. So I took the placement exam, and I did well enough to get in the calc course. But then I remember the first test we took in the calculus course was like a review of like all the trig shit and other weird things that you're supposed to know but you don't actually use in calc. And I remember like doing really bad on the test and thinking like, oh fuck, am I screwed in this class? And then we actually started calculus, and then it's like, oh, calculus is actually kind of cool. I kind of can get behind this. Like sometimes it's a bit fucked up, but it's very different from other math. It's kind of interesting. It helps too that I think, actually, yeah, pretty much all the math courses I took at community college and at university they were all pretty good teachers. That really helped a lot. Shoutouts to the one Chinese professor who taught oh fuck, what was the course? I can't think of the name. But he would fucking smoke on the balcony outside the class, like power smoke a cigarette before the class. He'd be going like 110 miles an hour. Shit, what was that class? It was not partial differential equations, it was the system of linear differential equations, which was actually pretty cool. I just wish it was something that I could have made more use of, maybe. Okay. Never made it past Calc 2. Needing to know advanced math to be a computer programmer is one of the most pernicious lies in the industry. Yeah, I'm sure there are places where it's necessary, but yeah, for the most part, I don't see how that's gonna help unless you're like literally doing computational based stuff. Then maybe it's kind of important to know how differential equations and shit work. But unless you're doing that, yeah, I don't see how that is relevant. Because yeah, that's right, my roommate and actually one of my suite mates, they were both doing computer science majors, and yeah, they both had to take calc. And it was kind of like, why? But I guess it's probably also one of those heener filter out the people who aren't tryhards or something. Ooh, that worked, okay. Calc 2 was the end of it. I would have struggled through it, but there was so much more shit after. Yeah, that's the kind of fucked up thing, is that Calc 1 and 2 are like basically the introductory courses. And then, yeah, I had a Calc 3 course, which I think was just more like weird special cases, and I remember a lot of fucking 3D integration. And then, yeah, then there's all the partial differential equation shit and linear algebra. Well, I guess linear algebra is a bit separate from that, but usually you learn it later, I guess. Yeah. Which I guess, actually, linear algebra is probably more useful for programming. Probably still not super applicable for most people. Bruh. Separate, but the systems of different equations you mentioned is basically just computing eigenvalues, eigenvectors. Yeah, that's what we did basically, because we had to use MATLAB to plot the vector fields of the solutions. Just linear algebra, yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I don't remember what else that class had to do, but that's what I remember from that class. Because I actually did use a little bit of that at one point later. but not really directly. But I think I just took it because it like lined up with my schedule better instead of taking partial Diffie Q, which is I think the one you probably were supposed to take. But I also remember hearing just nothing but horror stories about that course. That's when this stuff starts to get kind of crazy. So I'll forever be just naive and just, oh yeah, the partial Diffie Qs are just the ones that have the funny differentiation symbol. Oh, they're just a little extra. That's all. Not too inaccurate. Yeah, I remember it was one of those things that like I was kind of confused about for a while, and I think at some point I like kind of understood what the point was, because they used all the fucking time in some of the physics disciplines. But I don't really remember why. Anyways, that's too long ago. This is kind of fucked. Both ODs and PDs, the only real difficulty comes from nonlinearity. Yeah, it's not really an OD versus PD thing. Yeah, which is why the project that I kind of used that system of linear equations was because I actually did write a numerical solver thing once because it was non-linear coupled system of equations. That was kind of fun. Just, I hope nobody ever has to lay eyes on that shitty ass Python code. God, it's disgusting. But it was fun to learn how to do that. Why do all the work? Why do all the math yourself when you can just bully a computer into doing it? No, but really, like, computational stuff gets kind of ridiculous because of, like, just complexity of some things. And also the fact that computers are not that accurate at some point. So you have to actually be careful about how you do little things. That's why numerical relativity is decently sized subfield of general relative research these days. Ugh. Man, I'm really sucking on this part. Hansen equations are so highly nonlinear that actually solving them is basically impossible. It's all a bunch of numerical approximation shit. Yeah. Yep. I've definitely, I mean, not direct to myself, because I'm basically did experimental stuff, but like a similar problem with solid state physics, people trying to calculate band structures and shit like that. And it's basically a huge fucking landmine trying to read papers from that field, because even as someone who knows nothing about like the theory behind it, like you have to fucking know how they do the computation, because some stuff is just, some approximations are just bullshit, basically. And so like the entire paper can be fucking useless because they made that approximation that way. Remember to hybridize your functionals, chat. Yeah, I guess this is how functional geek came about, sort of. No, why didn't you throw it, you ass? People use large language models like calculators these until power and maybe get the answer wrong. Yeah, why? It's so bad. Instead of giving an accurate answer from the arithmetic logic unit in their CPU at the cost of a few picojoules. Yeah. I mentioned this a few streams ago, talking about keywords. My keyboard literally has a button on it that opens up the calculator. It was like the most low effort thing to just use the inbuilt calculator. I mean, hell, you can fucking type basic math shit into Google search and it will just do it for you. Actually, I never tried. Does DuckDuckGo do that? Can I throw the fucking block? Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, I didn't even have to rush there because yellow switch makes it easy. But yeah, it's kind of scary how much some people are getting into the AI bullshit. I think like without realizing, they're just like, oh haha, I can make funny video. Like, real story. My sister got promoted a few weeks back, so we had like a dinner for her and stuff, but she gave us like a little tour around where she works, just because it's neat old building and stuff. And at some point, pointed out something like, oh, there's, these big chandelier, I guess not chandeliers, but these big light fixtures hanging from the ceiling there, and like, oh, the building's under some renovations. I'm like, oh, one of them like kind of started to fall a little bit, and so my sister said one of the security guards, as a joke, made an AI video of the chandelier or the light fixture falling and hitting her. And it's like, what the fuck? Picojoules sound tasty. A research collaborator talks to ChatGPT about his research. Oh no. Basically waits until it starts giving him real references to know he's on the right track. That's huh. I mean, I guess at least if he's checking its real references, but still, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, isn't this what you have collaborators and students for, to like bullshit ideas off of each other? At least he knows it's just making shit up, but Yeah. Yeah, it's still not good. Picojoules. Is it really just picojoules? Picojoules pretty small. I was trying to remember because when people were talking about making integrated photonics, I guess that was the range they were aiming for. Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's not my field. Instructions take a couple clock cycles and do not use a lot of power. Yeah, fair enough. I guess what I was thinking of is people are talking about like when you have a shitload of data that needs to be moved, you know, from RAM or something to and from between RAM and the CPU. I know people talking about one of the solutions people want to do is to go to photonics on the chip because then you can potentially have a much lower energy to send and receive that data quickly. I like vaguely remember that being, yeah, picojoule scale is what people trying to aim for. Maybe even less. Maybe we were aiming for like femtojoule. I don't really remember. Like I said, it's not my area, just like some adjacent things, so like I'm vaguely aware of it. But I guess it also makes sense for if it's just a couple clock cycle. So then, oh, that's joules. As I say, because if we're working at a few gigahertz, that kind of cancels out a lot of that pico in terms of just over a whole second how much power you're using. But still, I guess that's millijoules. Which I don't have good references for electronic power consumption. So you tell me a millijoule, and I think about a fucking pulsed millijoule laser that would fucking, you know, burn metal or some shit. So it's not exactly comparable, but it's a very different thing. Okay, I finally did the fucking thing. Oh, you gotta actually downswim there to do that. Okay, so then... Of course I fucking... Well, I wonder how far I am in this section. Nicely done, yep. Dude, I've been getting fucked by muncher corners so bad all day today. Trying to cut shit so close and just keep fucking eating it. But hey, at least if I can get past this fish, then like the rest isn't too bad. This is a little awkward, but it's not that bad. Oops. Yo, how's it going, TLD? Yeah, I did it legit. Wasn't too bad, really. Just the ending part before the checkpoint was a bit rude. But it only took me a couple tries. Yeah, just, what, 3-4 tries, maybe? And I hit the Kaiser block just once, but I was, like, pretty certain I had seen somebody hit a Kaiser block in a setup, so I wasn't too surprised by it. But yeah, no, it wasn't too bad. It's just really the first 2 screens of the... Dude, I'm so glad I don't have to fucking race this P-switch. How the fuck? The thing about a CPU is you can use it to help heat your house in the winter. Tactically placed my file server by the windows. The second half doesn't seem bad at all. Yeah, the second half so far is pretty good. It's just that fish, you have to item swim up to it towards the beginning. That's a little bit annoying to like find the right spot. The rest has been fine. Yeah. Although I guess... I don't know. I wonder if there's Kaiser blocks down there. Ooh, okay, I didn't think about that. I have to actually hold down the whole time. Or when I'm grabbing them. So yeah, it's gonna nudge you up just enough to hit the muncher. Not bad, but I hate water levels. Yeah, fair enough. Like I said, I'm like okay with them. Like this is fine. It's just some of the setups are a bit weird. I was glad when you realized you could bring Yoshi from the last level and use him to clip at the start, though you get crushed sometimes because the geometry is bad. Surprised you played Dram 2, seems kind of normy. I mean, did you have... Was there much else to play when this came out still? Pickings were probably pretty slim still. But to be fair, like, aside from a few, like, kind of bullshit setups, this has been pretty good so far. As a whole. It's just like, almost every level just has that one thing that you're like, fucking why, Panga? And the rest is, yeah, pretty good. I actually played a lot of this on like 10 different bricks within a week or 2. Oh yeah, so do you know if it's patched the Eldad clip on the second half? Because I kind of just idly tried it once, but I immediately died in the ground, so I wonder if he patched in some Death Third or something. When I was going to play back then, Turn to Dinosaur Land. Oops, for fuck's sake. Let's use yes for that too for TLD, since I learned some strats from his videos. I played Return to Dinosaur Land, but I don't remember much about it. That was a few years back now. When did I play that? That was probably in... Yeah, that was probably 2021 I played it. I don't remember when exactly I would have played it around though. Damn it, it's just a little awkward. Return to Dinosaur Land had a lot of cool strats. Oh, come on. Storks came out like 2 months after this. That's fucking wild. I always forget like how early Storks was. But that's mostly because that's like right around when I started watching SMW stuff on Twitch. So I like, didn't have context for things yet. Other than Kaizo 3 was the biggest, baddest thing ever. generally, I played almost everything back in those days. And good lore, yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I didn't. Okay. This is kind of weird. I think this is something I've not done before. So yeah, I have to like... Yeah, be very mindful of when I'm grabbing the block, I need to hold down to like a diagonal. Or well, I don't know, if I'm up against it, do I need to hold right? Maybe not. I gotta think about this a little bit more. Rather particular movement there. Thankfully that throw is actually a bit more generous than I originally thought. Okay, oops. Well, good to test though. Okay, I don't actually have to hold right. I just have to be up against the block. It's one of those things I like don't think about how exactly it works, but it kind of matters there in that tunnel. Didn't stream and didn't care about getting any kind of credit for beating hacks. Pretty much the only hack-related stuff you will find me are IL strats and breaks and hacks like this. Yeah. Flips, please. I just see this woman complain against a chemical that was used as a preservative and then later got shit because she was selling an all-natural body wash that contained the same preservative. Oh my god, this is the worst grift. Why do we live in this timeline, Flips? Oh, whoops. Yeah, I like that movement though. I'm good, I'm finally getting a bit more consistent with that. Oops. Yeah, I'm really glad I don't have to race this P-switch. Oh, I should have known. Okay, so then... Okay, so I need to, like, keep one block back, throw that last block like I did. And then fucking haul ass up here. Okay. Wait, what? What? Fuck's sake, Bingo. Also, how did I kill the sumo bro with that? Can I kill the sumo bro with an up throw? Probably that's what you do. Yeah, okay, and this is just another check you have the items when. Okay, well, it's progress at least. Her excuse was, it's fine if you use it on your skin as long as you don't eat it. Which is wild from the person who claims that you'll get respiratory issues from eating bread. Yeah. How is this person real and alive? So wait until she finds out Big Apple has been putting formaldehyde and cyanide in her apples. Yeah, actually I forgot about the cyanide thing. I didn't know they also naturally produce formaldehyde. She has some books if you want to buy them. No thanks. No thanks. I would much rather buy other books. Which I need to, maybe in a few weeks, make another trip to the local bookstore here. They got a lot of old used books for cheap. Be nice to pick up some other random stuff to read. Oh, this is so gross. Well, I need to like think how to do this. So I need to. Yeah, just a weird maneuver to have to do there. Oops. Oh, I timed that a little wrong. Okay. For formaldehyde thing, I learned from people talking about anti-vax people complaining that formaldehyde was an ingredient in some vaccines. And we don't know any actual chemistry, I said before. Yeah. That's kind of funny though. Skylab was re-entering the atmosphere. A bunch of people tried to push it back into orbit using telekinesis, and NASA said they measured no resulting change in the altitude or trajectory. Incredible. What the hell, man? They just didn't try hard enough. It's funny though that like NASA made a statement about it though. Oops. God, I love humanity. Wait, that's not the word. Damn. This whole new block. She claimed that yellow number 5 is made from byproducts of the petroleum industry without giving any more information. So the guy did retrosynthetic analysis to figure out she most likely meant benzene. So by this logic, we can reason that any compound containing an aromatic ring like estrogen is basically the same thing as injecting gasoline. Oh god. Huffing the fumes of the gas station a little bit so I can do a run on Fatales. BK. That's how they're trying to kids. You know what? Hang on. Wait, how do I screenshot? Yeah. Oh, oops. is a quote of all time. I've heard of robot people, but I don't know about internal gas combustion engine people as a gender. I mean, you do you. It's not my place to judge. No. Actually, I should probably do it this way. Huh? Come on. No, I let go down too soon. Fuck. That was a decent attempt. It really is just like an awkward set of movements you have to do there. Oh, it's really. So is that gonna be the requirement if you have to do the baby shell level again, BK? For sure, yeah. No, I did that backwards. Oops. No, this is so weird. This is one of those things that I need to just be able to like practice for a while to just like make myself do the inputs. It's just awkward. I asked before if I could microdose E to get on, and they said no, so they knew I might have to take enough to trigger this for it. It probably isn't worth it. I see. Fair enough, I guess. It's like the inverse case of current U.S. sports political discourse. Just for it, I was trying to look at what causes hair to gray with age. Damn it. Apparently the hair is losing its pigmentation and becoming clear. It only looks gray. I'm calling it clear hair now. That's kind of funny. I didn't realize that either. Clear hair. I think I've got like 1 or 2 gray hairs. I don't know if I'd say I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not gonna be. I think it'll look fine on me. Getting some gray hair. So I already have kind of. I mean, my hair is mostly brown, but it has like bits of red and stuff in it, so it's already not like a uniform color so much. But I think it'll just look kind of cool when I get some gray hair. I feel bad for my mom though. She's got black hair, and she's at that stage where she's got like a noticeable amount of gray hair, but still it's like 90% black or something. So I feel kind of bad for her, but getting old, that's how it goes. Not bothered by the thought. Yeah, it's pretty much the same for me after thinking about it a bit. Like, I think the shock was more like, oh, I'm getting old enough to start having my hair change color. I think that's worse than actually having the hair change color. Yeah, I should look fine with those sunglasses you're always wearing. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it. That's what Estrian's petroleum is for. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one good thing. Like, I don't really have any history of male pattern baldness in any of my family, so like, I don't really gotta worry about losing hair. Because that would suck. I like my hair. I should remember to do my unleaded diesel injection tonight. Injectable diesel versus injectable gasoline or petrol. Pros and cons of each. Does the diesel last longer? Actually, I don't even really fucking know what the difference between gasoline and diesel is, to be quite honest. I've never had to operate a diesel. No, fuck. A thingy-majig. Me neither. Been thinking of switching to high octane. No, I keep fucking turning back too fast. But yeah, then if I just like one up throw through the guy, yeah, and just get over there. This is gonna be so scuffed though. I'm totally gonna not make the P switch the first time probably because I'm too slow at this. Your last job during Hurricane Sandy, we broke the law by switching to heating oil on our diesel generators when the diesel supply in the area ran out. Oof. To say this made me think of the now with preposterous amounts of testosterone. Preposterone from the ancient power thirsty. I've never heard of that. Watched again now and immediately that reminded me it is from 18 years ago on the internet. Wow, that's pretty old for on the internet. 18 years. I guess that's like pretty early YouTube then, huh? Actually, I always forget when YouTube started. Which is to say it doesn't hold up. Yeah. Very next line drops an F slur, so, yeah. No, I fucking let go down. This is so many, like, I gotta just remember, do things correctly. I was glad to have had that experience because it made me not freak the fuck out when there was a heating oil spill next to my oil furnace, which was running. When I noticed the spill, diesel does not combust in liquid form in atmospheric conditions. Only at high pressure. Okay. I guess that's the big difference then, or a big difference. I mean, I guess it makes sense. You need a different engine for them, so it's different conditions to achieve combustion. This guy I used to watch who helped me get into chemistry, but he recently had a complete breakdown and wiped his entire existence from the internet to the best of his ability. YouTube channel, personal website, articles, etc. Oof. That sucks. I hope they're doing okay. Reminds me, I haven't seen a new Nerd Rage video in a while. Hope it's not him. Damn it, I keep fucking turning back too fast. one of the few YouTube channels that I subscribe to. Tried finding some of his old stuff on Internet Archive. The fail-safe nature of diesel heating oil. Yeah, it is a good thing. Gas harnesses freak me the fuck out. Pilot light, what the fuck? Yeah, don't remind me of that. His personal website contained a list of every article and video he'd ever written or made. Clicking on the link took you to a page about the respective video. The video itself embedded, so it was also archived. Wow, it was really thorough. So I'm just watching through some of this old stuff. God damn it. Dude, I have to be really... I need to be way more careful on inputs. Just take it slow. Hope that there's enough time. Fuck. Phone's getting wet. Oh, that actually worked. Kind of funny how he went to the effort to archive his own stuff to the extent that almost his entire channel is preserved on Internet Archive in 360p. Yeah, that's pretty wild. But yeah, I appreciate that kind of thing though. Because yeah, YouTube is kind of a fucking mess to use it as an archive. Cough on my Twitch VODs, cough. What's cool too that they had like pages about the video for like commentary and stuff. There's always more you could say for, especially if it's like more instructional or demonstrating something kind of video. So it's good to have some accompanying text. Ah, too fast. The person I mentioned who did the food dye retrosynthetic analysis. Huh. Retrosynth is your favorite aspect of organic chemistry. Yeah, I guess I don't know that term, but it's also been like fucking too long since I took organic chemistry. I don't remember shit from it. The single most rewarding kind of puzzle in the world to you. That's cool. No, fucking turn tactics again. Be careful because if you down diagonal. You're not... You don't drop the block, you kick it. So you need to be very careful to do the... Turn to the right, put the diagonal down, drop it, turn to the left. This is so particular. The idea is you take your target chemical, work backwards step by step until you arrive at a viable, cheap, easily obtainable starting material. Develop a route for a viable synthetic pathway. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, especially with something like organic chemistry where there's just so many fucking ways to go about some certain things. Like I remember there were so many different types of reactions. I don't remember what any of them were. But I remember that was a big part of it. Learning the different reactions and what they favor and don't favor. Damn. There's never just one correct answer. Yeah. Yeah, organic chemistry was crazy. Oops. There's a million possible routes where some are better than others. One might be more practical in terms of effort it takes to do. Needed synthetics doesn't allow, but might have a higher cost for reagents, starting materials. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, did I think I accidentally did an up throw. Fuck. So just about fitting your needs budget. Yeah. Oh, should I? I was getting this late already. I've been spacing out with all the science talk. I should probably get wrapping up soon. But I did make good progress on this level. Kind of hoping I would beat it, but... It's been a bit slower. But it's okay. Yeah. Don't want to stay too late. Got stuff to do tomorrow. Best solution in industry is rarely also the best solution for independent lab synthesis. The process to make something on an individual scale is rarely viable for a person who needs 3 milligrams per week. Yeah, I remember hearing about that a lot. Because yeah, I mentioned I was watching Nerd Rage videos a lot, so he was mostly doing inorganic chemistry. But yeah, that was one of his big points, is that he would talk about, industry usually will do it one way because you can scale it. But for a lab synthesis, it's, that's completely impractical. So yeah, it's a very big consideration, actually. Did you figure out how to make estrogen out of potatoes or whatever yet? Like 99% sure you know a route. Wow. Flip's working hard over here. Never found a paper that actually outlines the synthesis. Going on intuition. Is most estrogen synthetic, or is it still from like animal sources? I guess it's probably synthetic, right? Don't see why it wouldn't work. It's synthetic? Okay. I feel like you would telling me about this a while back. How estrogen is made. Synthetically, I mean. Oops. Is this the do-it-yourself HRT? I mean, that's probably what you would use it for, right? Right from Dios Genin. So how's it going, Max? Oops. Wow, that was kind of cool. Damn it. A little slow. Derived from Dios Genin, which is derived from Mexican yams. Which I guess started by growing Mexican yams. Yourself estrogen got nothing on homebrewed estrogen. Well, I am in the process of figuring out what shit I should plant in my garden, since I have a garden now. Let me know if you need some yams too, though they might have to be shipped kind of far. You can just eat them in the meantime. Don't have lab access or reagents at the moment. Damn it, this doesn't... this is something I have to like sit here and like think before I do any motion. I can't just YOLO this. Which is nice. I did order some seeds for some native flowers yesterday, but I gotta get stuff for food too. Probably do that Thursday. I wonder if I ever have the means to try and refine your route. It's a mix between comforting and agonizing because I think I know how to do it, but I can't. Yeah, what kind of stuff are you like lacking? Just general equipment, or is there like specialty stuff you think you would need? Because yeah, I think, I don't know, with simple stuff it's not a big deal to get, but yeah, as soon as you need something specialized, then that's fucked, right? Lots of equipment, yeah. None of the synthetic steps are particularly fancy. That's good at least, I guess. As long as you can get a decent enough yield. Yeah, I think I'm tapping out for tonight. Good progress in this level. I wonder that obstacle with all the throw blocks is the last one. That seems like kind of a last obstacle sort of thing, but you never know. Panga. So I guess we'll probably get this next time, because it shouldn't take too long to get the checkpoint again. Because I got it pretty quick today, actually. Like maybe it was only an hour, so it won't be too bad. And then yeah, I'm not completely sure if I'm streaming tomorrow. Maybe I will, because I have to see if anything's going on, since it's gonna be not shit out. So probably try to get anything done outside I need to before the fucking cold comes back. Closest thing to specialized equipment is esterification, which requires special glassware called a Dean Stark trap. I vaguely remember this name. It's probably not that much, but I don't know. I've not really bought glassware before, so I shouldn't say anything. But it's something that, well, I don't know. Could you just order that? I don't really know. Oh yeah, literally one of the Nerd Rage videos comes up. But yeah, I've definitely seen this thing before. Oh, okay, no, that one's like $600. Yeah, okay. They're not exactly cheap. Yeah, like I said, I had no idea about glassware for chemistry stuff. I know basic beakers are cheap. But that's literally like the only thing I've ever had to buy. It's a lot more than that. Like nothing is fancy, but you need basically a fully stocked organic synthesis lab and stockroom. Yeah. Let me see. Yes, like you said, nothing in particular too much, but just yeah, just a lot of stuff. Some of it a bit pricey. It's time to start stealing from university chem labs. Uh, I do not. I do not publicly condone theft on this channel. But do what you gotta do. But yeah, speaking of things, you gotta do what you gotta do. I probably gotta get going to bed. Bed is a good thing. I should sleep soon. University Chem Lab would have everything, but not a criminal as far as God knows. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I wonder, maybe not so much for glassware. I wonder if you could buy like used stuff on auction sites or not, but yeah, it'd probably be a bit sketch for some things. Too bad chemistry isn't like computers where they'll throw out the entire content of the lab because Windows 11 came out, or is it? I would think probably not so common, but it might happen. Like if somebody retires and closes a lab or something, it might. Fires a professor. A shitty ass school did that, but that's not normal. Yeah. Yeah. BK, I was like slightly tempted at one point to buy. Like I looked at auctions for that stuff. Like, huh, for like a few $100s, I could buy a fucking pallet load of computers. Like that would be pretty cool. But then my next thought is, what the fuck would I use like 40 computers for? Like I wouldn't mind having an extra one or two to screw around with, but I don't need fucking a whole pallet load of computers. Hoarder paradises, yeah. Yeah, it's probably one of those things that like unless it's broken, they're gonna keep it. Even if it's broken, they might still keep it. Grant money, don't fall from the sky. You know. You never know when we'll need this 5 microliter Teflon airtight syringe with attached 30 gauge needle. Yeah. Never know. One day comes when you actually need it. Yeah. Alright. Anyways, that's enough yapping. I should get going to bed. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. Hope you all can have a nice, enjoyable time in Dram's bathtub. I will maybe be back with this tomorrow. Not 100% sure, but there's a good chance. But yeah, otherwise, stay warm. I'll see you all around. Bye. Emote for every occasion.